I'm doing a New York pepper steak, crusted with a Cabernet Salt. Look at that.
Oh man, that looks great, Chef.
Man, that's really beautiful. See how the wine is caramelizing? We need that to happen. Yes, that's beautiful and exciting. So besides that, I want to make sure my steak is on both sides. It's beautifully brown. You see that caramelized?
Yeah, it looks great.
And the wine. So now we're going to take the steak and open the New York that we butterfly. We're going to go over here and grab our butter.
And Chef, butterflying is just cutting the steak almost all the way through, yeah?
Yes. Any steak that you want to butterfly, you cut through it. And some people butterfly, you can cut it directly in half. You just want to leave a little piece on the steak left. That way, what happens is it stays together like this. And first, let me just put the butter in and explain. It's very important to have the butter inside to give the flavor to the steak, nice and enhance the flavor. Butter gives flavor to a lot of things. We use salted butter, the chefs, because it has a lot of flavor. And you can see what we're doing. We're pressing it down a little bit so the butter starts to melt and gets that heat inside.
And I noticed you didn't season the steaks yet, Chef.
No, we have to go over here and get some granulated garlic salt.
Oh, great.
And we're going to put some of that on top. And you know what? We don't just have to put it on top. We can open it up.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of...
Everyone loves garlic salt.
Yeah, give it a little bit of soul in there. Okay? In the meantime, while that steak is caramelizing, I use a New York today. I'm going to go over here with my peppers and onions that I had
Wow,
started.
those look great.
And we're going to use a goat cheese. So you can get any goat cheese, white goat cheese. This one is a chef goat cheese. And I'm just going to pull it out, and then I'm going to crumble it over the peppers so it caramelizes and melts. And what we're going to do with this, we're actually going to let that melt. And after it melts, we're actually going to take it and stuff it in the steak after our butter melts. And so that's what we're waiting for right now. Look at that. That's beautiful. The onions are getting nice and brown. Look at that. The red wine is beautiful. Okay. So
we're caramelizing our vegetables. They're going to get stuffed inside of our steak.
Yes, it is.
That has been coated and treated with Cabernet Sauvignon and garlic salt and butter.
Yes.
Great.
Now, I'm just going to reposition my steak because when I stuff it, I want to make sure.
Don't lose that butter.
No, we can't lose that butter. But we can put the peppers, once they're nice and hot, we can put them inside because see that cheese melting? Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Okay?
And all that fat's really going to seep into the meat.
Yes. Not only is the fat going to seep into the meat, but the butter is going to enhance that flavor. You see that? Nice. Look at that. Look at that.
That's amazing looking so far.
Guys. So you get them as much peppers as you can inside. I keep a little bit on the outside, just like this.
Here, Chef, why don't you position that steak a little bit more towards me and away from let's do it perpendicular with the pan. There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. I just want to see everything that's going on well.
Yeah. That's going to be just beautiful. I just like to put a little bit. Look at this. Look at that. See what's happening there? And that steak is right now rare. It's nice and rare. And you see that cheese pouring out of there? That's beautiful.
And with a New York steak like this, is there a preferred cooking temperature?
Yes, I prefer medium rare to rare. Most folks like medium, but I think pretty much medium rare is pretty much the...
Fantastic.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm just putting that caramel. The red wine starts getting thick, and it's a natural reduction because it has water, right? So after that, now we're going to go over and grab my bowl. And after that, we're going to grab our salt, our iodized salt.
And will any salt work, or does it have to be the iodized salt?
It's iodized because it's so fine instead of kosher that's thicker.
Right.
But kosher works. But I suggest for the folks at home to use iodized salt.
Great.
Because it's much easier to work with.
Sure.
And so what I do with the salt, I take it, I make sure I have, I'd say about a half a cup.
Okay.
And then I take about a quarter cup of red wine and I add it
wow.
slowly. Look at that beautiful color. That's just beautiful. Okay, and then I mix it together. You can see, nice. Look at that. Look at that. See how that absorbs?
Absolutely. And chef, where is this salt going? I mean, we got the steak all seasoned and stuffed. What's going on with the salt?
Okay, that's why I told you it was a salt crusted steak. So what we're going to do now, we're going to actually put that right on the grill.
We're going to cook the salt?
Yes, right on the grill so it gets that water out because we want it to be a little crusted. And as that cooks, we actually are going to flambe it a little bit so we have a nice flavor. I like the Cabernet, but I also like to have a little action, little action for my steak. And as I do that, I actually get the flavor profile that I want because it's actually rolling into the peppers that I put here. After I caramelize that salt, I get it on top of my steak like so. Look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful violet color.
And what's the salt going to do with the steak?
It's going to enhance the flavor. As you saw, we only flavored it with garlic, right? Garlic. And this salt actually permeates the steak. And now I take those brandy peppers. Look at that.
Ooh, that looks so good.
Look at that. Come on, guys. You know you'd eat that in a heartbeat. And it's beautiful. It's just so beautiful.
So is it time to cut into it, chef?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to cut into it?
Yes, we're going to cut right into that.
Oh, man, that looks so
steak.
good.
And, yes, we're going to cut into it. But I want that flavor just another minute or so. Well, here we go. Okay.
How's it look?
Oh, my God.
Yeah?
Look at that.
Yeah?
I can't believe how beautiful that came out.
Here, why don't we make sure we get all the salty bits out of the way so we can get a great look at the steak?
Yeah, let me get that out of the way. And this is what our chefs, my continuance, call this sexy. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That is a perfectly cooked piece of meat. Woo, boy.
Now, that's a perfect medium rare, guys. And
So I see it's cut in half. Is that half for you, half for me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait. This looks so good. Woohoo.